We are live from Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana, as Indiana's Hoosiers try to recover from a loss last Saturday at Kansas, while the Evansville Aces under coach Jim Cruz are 4-1. Their only loss to Big Ten foe Michigan State. Hello everybody, John Laskowski and Ted Kitchell, and this is a college basketball atmosphere. We're just ready for tip-off, and this should be quite a show. First of all, for Indiana, Todd Lindemann is sidelined now indefinitely, a stress fracture to his right foot.
Yeah, the doctors say it's something that you really don't know how long it's going to last, but he'll probably be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
This is a team that will play much similar to what Indiana does. Jim Cruz, of course, a former player, back on Indiana's national champ team in '76. They play man-to-man defense, and they are led by Scott Sparks. Indiana, though, has got to start some momentum going. They've been up against the bad teams, and they've struggled against very good teams.
Yeah, Indiana, it's been very, very difficult. As you look at the cocaine fueling factors for Indiana, taking the show on the road, this is a team that has to create a toughness around them. They've got to learn how to win basketball games on the road if they want to compete in the Big Ten. Evansville loves to shoot the three-pointer. They took 28 in a game earlier this year. Look for Indiana not to help off of the three-point shooting Evansville Aces. Evansville, a much smaller team, starting 2-6-1s, a 5'11". Rebounding, obviously, a very, very important factor for them. An inside defense. Indiana, very big, very strong, very powerful. Look for Evansville to really help down inside on the bigger Indiana players.
And those are the fueling factors for tonight's game. Coakley's fueling factors, their 100% guarantee of high-quality fuel. Over 57 years of family pride makes a difference. And we'll be back with the starting lineups in tonight's game after these messages.
Game against Kansas. Richard Mandeville, who came off the bench with 13 points and 7 rebounds against Kansas, will start in the middle, along with Brian Evans, who had another solid game, and Andre Patterson. For Evansville, Stuart Sullivan, a very small lineup. You can see Stuart Sullivan at 6 foot, Brian Jackson at 6'1", Kareem Richardson at 5'11". They don't try to fool anybody. They put guards at each one, start 3 guards, along with Scott Sparks, his first start at center.
Those are the Papa John's starting lineups. It's game time, and Papa John's Pizza is the perfect call. Call Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients and better pizza, as the two coaches meet before the game. We'll be back with the opening tip after this.
Points a game. Look for Indiana to try to pound it inside, and also look for Indiana to not help off any of the guards outside. Look for them to stay face-to-face. The guys inside are going to have to play heads up.
And watch, see how Evansville combats this taller Indiana lineup. They may play off one player for Indiana and force an outside shot. Our officials at Hightower, Ron Zetcher and Paul Jansen. And we are underway as Mandeville wins the tip. Indiana has the first possession.
Take a look. You can see man-to-man. Look for Evansville to really pack it back in and help. Look for Charlie Miller to have shots available if he looks for them.
Evans on the move, gets the running bank shot, and Indiana has the first lead.
Indiana been working on screening this week in practice. Nice job of Mandeville getting Brian Evans open, cutting down the lane right there for Indiana to start the game.
10 is Sullivan. He dishes to Sparks, the big 7-footer. This is Richardson from the corner. He's long with that three-pointer.
Excellent offense by Evansville, though. They do what successful teams do against Indiana, and that's throw over the top. They know Indiana's team likes to help out as Charlie Miller takes his first jumper of the night, and he cans a 3.
And Miller not hesitating at all as a one pass, and he hits from the baseline, so Indiana jumps out 5-0 now. That was a three-pointer as Miller behind the line. Now a traveling, the first turnover for Evansville.
What Evansville is what they did the first time is they like, as you see Coach Jim Cruz, he was an assistant coach in Indiana when I was playing way back in the early 80s, I guess. Way back.
No, that's not way back.
But Evansville will look to screen and then throw over the top and try to get some outside jump shots.
So Indiana on track offensively as they hit their first 3 shots. Brian Evans, you see him shouting down the floor. He is pumped up and ready to lead this team.
I think the team has had some tough practices this week. Coach trying to get some emotion into the team, and you can see that Brian Evans starts the game. Let's see if it carries over for 40 minutes.
Sparks misses. Mandeville has his second rebound. Everything going Indiana's way here early. We're not yet approached the 2-minute mark. It's 7-0 Indiana. Andre Patterson double team. Somebody's open. It's Miller under the basket.
Great hands by Charlie.
He did come up with the pass. And Evans misses on the shot.
Andre Patterson got the ball on the post. He's waiting for the double team. He needs to get it and do something with it right away. Don't wait on the double team.
Brian Jackson really wanted that three-pointer. You really have to stay close on him. Sparks called for the travel. Another Evansville turnover. Good look at Scott. His father, a coach at Vincennes Junior College. Good look at the 7-footer, only a junior. So he'll be back next year.
Evansville has 2 turnovers already. One thing we talked about Indiana, they've struggled with turnovers all year. Charlie Miller pumps it again.
Right on the line, Ed Hightower with a good call, but Miller not hesitating at all to take that shot, Ted.
It's good to see that for the Indiana fans. He's been hesitant his entire career. Brian Jackson gets him on the board.
And he answers with his left-hander, and that's a three-pointer. Neil Reed on the drive all the way, and a foul. Evansville coaches felt that the position was there, but the foul's going to go on Jackson.
Both teams really racing the ball up the floor. You can see Neil Reed takes the ball down inside. He's trying to beat the defense back. Brian Jackson in pretty good position right there. He moved over just a little bit, but a lot of times at home you're going to get that call.
Good look at Jackson there as Reed goes to the line. He had 23 last year in the RCA Dome against Evansville.
Against Kansas this past Saturday, I thought he was very, very solid in a very tough position trying to guard Jacques Vaughn, who's one of the quickest, probably most intelligent guards in all of college basketball. I thought Neil did an excellent job defensively and offensively. I thought he really stepped up when Indiana needed him most.
He's over 85% now from the line, so you can see good concentration there as Indiana's got an 8-point lead.
See Charlie Miller come out. They're not looking to help back on the post very much. They want to play people heads up, not give them that three-point shot. As we mentioned, Evansville really likes to take it. One game this year, they shot 16 of 28 from the three-point line as they pump one up right there.
Sullivan misses that one. Indiana in good rebounding position. Reed decides not to take it in the lane. Good matchup there with Mandeville and Sparks.
Good shot fake.
Patterson's got it inside. Goes up over Quinn and hits the jumper. Jim Cruz looking for traveling there. None is called. And Patterson used his height that time.
There's no way Evansville can handle him inside along with Mandeville. Indiana's got some definite advantage inside they need to take advantage of.
There's Chris Quinn with the good move inside as he got around Patterson and then drew the foul.
It's pretty good defense by Andre Patterson, but the problem is when you get on the road, if you let him get position first, you can see Andre loses his man. Good job inside, using his body, goes up into him, uses his left hand. They're going to call you for the body every time on that one. You got to play defense before they get the ball, not after.
Quinn left-handed, as is Brian Jackson, so that was his strong hand. Good on that free throw. And Indiana's got to be careful now, Ted, with 10 players dressed. One of them, of course, is the senior manager, Kevin Lemming. So with Lindemann out, that really hurts Indiana's inside game. So Patterson and Mandeville, Muye Zinovic all have to be ready. Here's Reed from the outside. It's long.
Much more determined team out there tonight. Bad pass by Mandeville right there. Brian Jackson slips on the floor. They felt like Andre Patterson tripped him. Official doesn't agree.
Substitutions for Evansville.
See, it's a bad pass. You've got one thing about passing is you've got to give the ball. You can see as he probably did trip him a little bit right there, but you got to give the ball to the man when he's open. That's why Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas were great passers. So many of us see the guy after he's open. The defense is already there. You got to give it to him when they're open.
Emmy Morales, number 4, he's guarding Patterson right there, and Kurt Bagley is in, number 34. So 2 substitutes for Evansville.
Real mismatch right there. Charlie Miller much quicker. He's got to learn to take the ball. Good pass by Evans as Mandeville comes up with the loose ball once again. You see, they're really backing off Charlie. That's where he needs to either jump up and take the shot, or he's got a shot fake and go around and use his quickness.
Shot clock's at 5. Evans sees it. Couple shot fakes there, and off the back iron. Jackson again on the ground, and he's tied up. This time Patterson right there.
Coach Knight not happy. He felt like that the shot clock did not reset once Brian Jackson tripped and went out of bounds. We talked about the play. The fans were upset. They thought Patterson had tripped. Coach Knight upset because they did not reset the shot.
Indiana leads at 13-4, and we'll be back after this. Just The last possession for Indiana with the 3 officials claiming that Evansville had possession of the ball. The shot clock should have reset, and Evans wouldn't have to force that shot up.
In fact, Indiana had to take a bad shot, or not one that they're really looking for, because the shot clock was running down. There was only about 20 left on it. Coach Knight felt, and I would have to agree this time, that there's no doubt that they had possession of the basketball and the shot clock should have reset.
Right now, though, it's Indiana's defense that's controlled this game. Evansville has been hard-pressed to get the shot they want, and they're not hitting on their three-point shots here early. Vanderbilt doing a nice job in the post against the 7-foot Sparks.
See Layden in the game right now. Layden, the usual starter, doesn't look to score quite as much as Sparks. Brian Jackson puts up, and Andre Patterson goes up strong for the rebound. It's knocked out by Evansville. Andre Patterson, the entire team looks much more aggressive. The thing I'll be interested to see is, does it carry over for 30 to 40 minutes of a game, or does it just the first 10 minutes to start the game?
Good shooting by Indiana. Brian Evans, that's a tough one. He's going to his right and then has to take that shot with his left hand. 6 points for Evans. Good steal there. Neil Reed slapped it away. Evans is 1-on-3, but he's got the left hand. Takes it right up, and Layden is going to be called for the foul.
It's a good, smart play by Brian Evans. And the reason why is this is a play that probably 80% of the time you can see Neil Reed going to knock it away right here. Good hands, Evans comes up with it. 80% of the time, Evans will get across half court, pull it off, pull it back out. But you can see he sees Layden, the bigger player, a little slower than he is. He's going to take it to the basket. Good, smart heads-up play by Brian Evans.
Jackson comes out for Evansville. There's a good look at it. Brian. Here's Evans at the line. Doesn't take long at all. He's strong on that free throw.
It's a little different type of building to shoot in, and that's the one thing about when you move to college is you go to a dome or you go to IU or different places where the ceilings are different, and you have to come out and shoot, and that's why Coach always brings them in the night before and lets them shoot, trying to get used to the environment.
Indiana by 12. Here's Sullivan. Charlie Miller gets around the screen. Layden trying to post up inside.
It'll be tough for Solomon to get shots off tonight because Charlie Miller can play back a little bit as they call a foul on Richard Mandeville inside. That's a real picky one right there.
Layden and Mandeville were battling inside. Coach Knight not agreeing with that call at all. It's a non-shooting foul out of bounds to Evansville. Mandeville and Layden going at it even before the ball's in play. Layden, of course, from Lawrence North High School in Indianapolis. Here's Jackson on a good drive, but Patterson tipped that one. Morales misses, and Mandeville right there. Good steal there as Richardson steps right in front of Neil Reed. Quick shot is off. Bagley grabbed it and called for traveling.
When in doubt, call traveling.
This crowd not happy with that call.
I think the officials, neither one really knew what to call. But he definitely traveled, but it looked like he got bumped, and that's why he did travel.
16-4, Indiana leads it.
See, one thing the Indiana guards do is a lot of times they pick their dribble up. They really need to hold their dribble.
Neil Reed outside, it's off, and Mandeville came in from over the top, and he picks up his second quick foul.
Mandeville and some of the other guys, Vujovic have to learn that there are times when teams do a good job on you, they block you out, and it's best to just turn around and go back to the other end. You continue to jump up over the top, all you're going to do is get dumb fouls, and before long you'll be sending that team to the free throw line. Richardson very, very quick.
Bagley on top. This is the motion offense. A lot of screening going on, similar to what Indiana would run. Indiana's defensive pressure has stopped Evansville here early. Here's Layden. Oh, good shot fake there as he ducked in between two defenders.
I think they're going to get Mandeville once again. That's going to be 3 quick ones. Nope, they're going to get Andre Patterson right there, number 45. As you see, good shot fake, good smart play, good hard dribble in the middle. Shot fake up in the middle. You can see Andre Patterson, he and Mandeville, I think each got him on each arm, so he'll get 2 shots here.
Evansville now gone just over 3 minutes without scoring. They've been stuck on 4.
Not the kind of start that Coach Cruz wanting his Evansville Aces to get off to. Obviously a game that they've been looking forward to. Their fans have been looking forward to it. and really takes the wind out of your sails. You come out and you get down 16-4 to start.
Well, Morales snuck right inside there, got the rebound, but missed on the follow-up. Big, strong kid, Morales at 6'8", 225.
The Evans, real mismatch right here. Bad pass by Evans. Good defense by Begley.
3 turnovers for Indiana. A 3-on-1 fast break. As Sullivan goes up with a shot, a charging foul is called as Evans had positioned Jim Cruz on the Evansville bench.
You take a look at here, and you're going to see Evans. He does a nice job positioning himself. And you can see Sullivan, he's a smaller player, so he's trying to use his body. He felt like Evans was going to jump up to block the shot when Evans didn't. And he got into it. Good call by the official.
Cross-court pass. Here's Mandeville. He took that shot from outside against Kansas. He does again today. Just off. Charlie, oh, that's Andre Patterson.
Indiana very fortunate. That ball was very soft, stayed up on the rim, and because of it, the Evansville man not able to time it. Good rebound by Patterson, continuing to go to the offensive board.
It's physical inside there. Both Patterson and Mandeville using their body to keep Evansville out of position.
Evansville like to do some screening.
Evans will be called that time on the drive as Begley tried to move around him. First foul on Bryan.
Indiana gets caught playing defense with their hands once in a while. They got to move those feet. Eddie Hightower telling them to get their hands off.
Again, out of bounds for Evansville on a non-shooting foul.
Charlie Miller making it very difficult for Sullivan, who likes to pull up for that jump shot. Sullivan only about 5'11" out there.
Begley way outside, it's off, and Patterson goes up over the much smaller Richardson.
Patterson very aggressive on the board tonight.
5 rebounds now for Andre. Charlie Miller off balance, but he got that one to drop. So Indiana's hitting their shots, and they built a 15-point lead.
Creates a real problem for Evansville when Charlie Miller is going to take that shot. That's exactly what Indiana wants him to do.
On the break, Evans tries the lob pass to Mandeville, and the timing just not there. 4 turnovers for the Hoosiers, and we have timeout. Indiana leads it 20-5. We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
Shots, they seem to be doing things at just a little bit too quick a pace. They're obviously excited. It's a big game for them. And rather than running their offense at their normal pace, they're just a little quicker, and because of it, they're just missing their shots.
There you see,
take a look there.
8 of 13. Last year, Evansville shot 21 of 63, just 33%, so they're having trouble again tonight. Coach Knight looking at right at 75% of his victories. With a win tonight, put him right there at 75%. Great effort in the first 8.5 minutes by the Hoosiers.
Well, a real different type of mindset than I think people are used to seeing. The last couple of years, Indiana kind of comes out and it's kind of like, well, you know, if we shoot good and we play well, maybe we'll win this game. Where tonight, this team has really come out with the attitude of, hey, we're going to do what it takes. We're going to get the ball where it needs to be, and we're going to win this basketball game. And again, let's see if it carries over for all 40 minutes.
Referee has been injured. He's gone under the tunnel there to look at get some medical help. So right now, just 2 out there. Morales gets inside for the layup. Evansville's second basket of the game.
Richardson creating the problems, though, just like Indiana's had problems with quick point guards. Richardson once again creating the problem. They're going to lay off Charlie Miller once again as Neil Reed pumps up his 3rd shot. Hasn't found it yet.
Jackson brings it down. Sparks back in the game. He's again their leading scorer and rebounder. Been quiet here early. Morales goes up strong. It's blocked, and then follows it right back up and gets it.
Got away with the travel there, but good job by Morales using his strength. Good ball fakes inside. You can see they're laying off Charlie Miller. He's got to go right in there and just stick that one.
He's hovering right at the 3-point line.
I think you'll see Coach Knight stand up in a little bit and tell him, Charlie, that's the shot they're going to give you. See, he had the easy shot out there from 20 feet. Instead, he turns it into a bad 10-foot shot where they block it, and it turns out that Andre Patterson gets a foul. If they're going to give you the open shot from 20 feet, you got to step up and you got to take it.
Patterson draws the foul. That's his third foul. So Andre will come out. Harris Mujezinovic will come in. So this is where Lindemann's injury starts to hurt as Indiana loses one of its big men. So Eggers, Mujezinovic, Miller, Evans, and Reed now in the lineup for Indiana. And the lead is down to 11 as Evansville hits 2 straight basket. Here's Sparks, the big 7-footer on the drive.
Good move by Sparks. Good job of crossover dribble there and getting inside. He should have went ahead and taken the shot.
A little left-handed hook there. But that ball thrown away as Bagley can't come up with it.
You can see Coach Knight talking to Charlie Miller right there, and he's telling him, he says, you got to take that shot if it's available. The Indiana defense with the big guys, you know, Mujezinovic fouled out of the Kansas game. It's something that we thought might happen as Richardson steals the ball. Neil Reed picked the ball up 25 feet from the basket. There's nothing to do with it out there. Good block out by Robbie Eggers.
Evansville wants to get back in this game with 3-point shooting. They just haven't been able to hit it, but they're not afraid to take that shot. Here's Charlie Miller. Again, Bagley way off. Miller ready.
Got to take it.
Evans takes it. Floats a little bit to the right. That ball over the backboard and out of bounds.
Evansville really getting into this game right now, but we'll take a look here at Charlie Miller. You can see he comes down, he gets the shot right here. You've got the shot. They're laying off him. Look, you got the shot. Instead, he wants the shot taken, get in there. The shot's not in there. They're waiting on you in there. You've got to take it when it's open.
Bagley 6'8".
Great defense by Charlie Miller. He came down hard on his back. He went up. Got his feet cut out from under him. He came down right on the lower part of his back right there as he knocked that ball away. A great defensive play by Charlie. Great effort.
See, he's dazed there a little bit. Trainer Tim Garl is right out there as that's in front of the Indiana bench.
At this point in time, Indiana doesn't need any more injuries. You can see they throw a lob pass and Charlie Miller goes up. You can see he and Robbie Eggers get caught up, and you can see right there, hopefully it's not anything serious.
Looks like he banged his head. See, he grabbed his head right there. The other thing is you hit and get the wind knocked out of you in the lungs. Dr. Larry Rink is there. Coach Knight comes out. They haven't moved him yet, although he is moving. He's still laying down. And that gives us a chance to remind you about our next TV game. It will be this Saturday. We'll also be at Market Square Arena to take for the Hoosier Classic against Appalachian State. This Saturday, Indiana plays DePaul.
The Blue Demons.
3 o'clock at Assembly Hall. Coach Joey Meyer brings in the Blue Demons. Don't mess around with that schedule, guys. I know who we play next.
Charlie Miller up and walking. He looks all right. I think he was just dazed.
Good to see him leave on his own power. He comes over to the Indiana bench.
Sharon Wilkerson comes in to take his place.
First time we've seen Sharon.
Neil Reed needs to get in a little deeper to start that offense. He gets out of here about 25, 30 feet away, and he gets to picking his dribble up. Good pass inside, good entry pass.
Drop step by Harris. Shots blocked. Richardson down quickly.
He got away with a foul right there too. He reached in. He's very lucky. Didn't get that called. Harris has got to watch it inside. He gets to holding people, and he gets to using his knee up under him, not letting him move. They're going to call you for that.
Sparks on the jumper. It's off. Sparks now has the height advantage on Robbie Eggers.
And Sparks getting some good looks at the basket, just not able to knock it down for Evansville right now.
Eggers posting on the inside. Bank shot is good. Robbie's first 2.
Nice post play right there. He got the guy on his back. He knew where he was. He knew what he was going to do. He knew he had a good angle on the basket, used the board, and shot that little bank shot.
22-9.
Richardson has not showed Indiana that he can hit that shot, so you can see Neil Reed starting to back off of him a little bit, trying to take away his penetration. See, now Evans has switched off over on him. Or that's Brian Jackson.
A screen set on top. Steal by Evans. It's 2-on-1. He's got help from Harris. Takes it in strong, and he gets the foul as well.
I think Evans really wanted to give that ball up to Harris, but he really couldn't get a good passing angle, and if the Evansville guy's going to give him the layup, he's going to take it. You can see about half court, he sees he's got Harris with him. Good defensive play, getting his hand out there. Coach always talking about getting your hands out on defense, just tipping it away. He knows he's got Harris right there. I think he'd like to give it to him, but the Evansville man never takes the position to the basket away, so Brian takes it in for the three-point play.
9 points now for Evans. He continues to score well. Just over 22 a game. Evans from the line just at 74%. 25-9. And Indiana has a comfortable lead with really good pressure on the defense. That's been the key here early to force Evansville into some poor shooting.
See Sullivan and Quinn back in for Evansville. Both will look for the three-pointer, especially Sullivan. The three-point specialist likes to put it up there whenever the opportunity presents itself.
It's hard for Evansville to get penetration on the offense. Most of it's come from the outside. Here's Quinn, though, as he gets inside.
Good spin move inside. Good way to use his quickness against the bigger Indiana team.
Good look at Jim Cruz. Steve Bennett, his able assistant. He's been here many years with Jim. In fact, all the years Jim's been here. This is his 11th year. Trying to check to see who that foul was on. The scorer's table was not sure who it was. It was on Reed. Puts Quinn at the line. Layden checks in. Good look at Neil Reed. Trying to get the matchups now. Morales leaves.
With Layden and Sparks both out of there, with Morales in there playing the center, it was a very, very small team, but nice job by Quinn of using his quickness, getting to the basket, using shot fakes, and getting the bigger Indiana team to foul him.
He plays bigger than his size at 6'5".
Very aggressive.
Good on both. It's Indiana 25, Evansville 10. We've got timeout, and we'll be back with more action after these messages.
Good offense, some easy offensive points. You can see Evans stick his hand out, knock that ball away, goes in strong, uses his body, finishes off the three-point play for Indiana.
And that was our finish line replay of the game. During that last timeout, Charlie Miller was taken through the tunnel back to the Indiana locker room. He had an ice pack on his right shoulder, so he must have landed on that shoulder and is being checked inside now. Evans on a quick jumper, it's off.
Indiana really trying to take advantage of its height over with Evans inside.
Drop pass is stolen, so again, Indiana's hawking defense has allowed them this 14-point lead. 11 turnovers now for Evansville. Robbie Eggers is off. Sharon Wilkerson had position.
Gonna get Sullivan holding him from the back. That's always the most difficult ball to try to rebound is an air ball, because you go up there and you're expecting it. You know, I'm talking about the Evansville people. They've got people blocked out and everything else, and the ball never hits the rim, and it just falls. Sharon Wilkerson happens to be in the right place at the right time, going to get a chance for 2 free throws.
And that's where the offense has the advantage. The defense has to think block out first, then go get the ball. The offense just says, I'm going to get the ball, and you can watch the arc of the ball better, and it maybe anticipated not hitting the rim, whereas the defense has to look behind them, find out where their man is, and especially on air ball, an advantage to the offense.
Yeah, you always wanted to throw your arms up in the air when Coach and I look at you when somebody shoots an air ball and they'd get an easy layup. Oh, great tip in by Robbie Eggers. Very, very alert play.
Reached over the Evansville block out that time without drawing the foul.
See, Evansville comes down and starts their offense. The guards crisscross. They're going to call traveling inside. Changes his pivot foot. You can see a very heads-up play right here. Robbie Eggers, he gets good position. He just goes straight up in his lane, just gets his ball or his hand on the ball and just tips that ball right back in. If he tries to grab that ball, they'll probably call him for a foul. So a good, alert, smart play.
Indiana doing the job on the rebounds. Harris all alone as Evans felt the double team, and Harris was open.
Harris needs to get his head up defensively. He's running back, and he doesn't have his head up. Indiana really going to the boards hard tonight. You see Sharon Wilkerson up strong.
One of our keys to the game was rebounding, and Indiana's coming through. Same shot again.
Tron Wilkerson set that up. He saw Harris run free right there. A tremendous bounce pass inside. It's the only pass he could have got through for another easy layup for Harris.
Jim Crews calls timeout. It's Indiana 32, Evansville 11. We'll be back after this local break.
The last one? No, the last one was a fast break. Back at Roberts Stadium. You can see Harris Mujuzinovic. He's going to set a good solid screen right here. You can see Layden goes off to help. Then Sullivan goes over, tries to help out Harris. Nice easy layup. The next time down, he got open on the semi-break and got another easy layup, and Indiana stretched that lead out to 21.
On a 12-2 run. Harris with 2 layups in a row. Layden moving inside. Eggers knocked it away. Back inside to Layden. Shot fake. Evansville's getting the shots they want, are not able to hit them. I said that ball went off of Indiana. Brian Evans doesn't agree. Jim Crews ponders his next move. Evans playing with a lot more emotion this year, Ted. It seemed like he may have looked to Henderson too much for the leadership on last year's team, but he sure has come through this year. Long shot outside by Brian Jackson. He led the nation in three-point shooting last year. He had 56%. He's got his first one tonight, 6 points.
Yeah, don't turn off the set. This is a team that likes to shoot three-pointers, and they could come back very, very quickly. As we mentioned in one game earlier this year, they shot 28.
Harris, the big Z, takes it up strong again.
He is big, strong, and he is a tough kid. He plays hard. He played hard against Kansas. It was tough in there against those big Kansas guys, but another great effort. You can see a great rebound right there.
He's got to watch the foul trouble. He likes to use his hands on defense. He's called several times for that in Kansas City. Morales tries to get around him and gets the shot up, but not in.
You can see he stood up right there. As soon as the guy got the ball, Harris stood up. You've got to play defense down in a crouch. As soon as they get you up, then they can move you.
Evansville drops off of Wilkerson.
Yeah, needs to pull this ball back out. There'll be openings. There's plenty of time left on the shot clock. Not a very good shot, but one Neil Reed and Coach Knight will take.
Reed hits it as he fades to the baseline, his 4th point. 22-point lead for Indiana. Back screen that set up the lob pass for Layden, but Indiana defended it well. Good hands by Eggers.
Got to help right there.
Bagley on the dribble it out of bounds as Harris came over to help.
Good help right there by Harris coming over. That's exactly where you want to stop him, right there at that point on the floor. There's no place for him to go. You can see Bagley dribbles down. He comes over right there. There's just nothing to do with it right there. He loses control and dribbles it on the line.
Indiana brings it in as we look at the far right, the tunnel. Dr. Larry Rink and Charlie Miller coming back toward the Indiana bench.
A good pass by Evans inside. They're going to get Morales grabbing Harris on the arm.
So look at Morales, 6'8". He's from Spain originally. Went to high school in South Spencer here in Indiana. Same school that Neil Reed went to for a while. There's Derek Loving, 6'9" sophomore. First time in the lineup. So Charlie Miller has rejoined the Indiana bench, still with an ice pack on the right shoulder. Evans, good cut on the inside. Jump shot off.
Well, he had the much smaller Sullivan. Usually he makes a cut out to the corner, but because he had Sullivan on him, he cut right up the middle, wanted the ball inside. He's got to, when you get the ball inside with the little guy on you, you've got to convert.
Richardson. So Evansville does try to go inside, then they look opposite for that three-point shot. Here's Layden. Jump shot is good, just inside the foul line.
Good job by Evansville. They were a little bit more patient. They made a couple more passes that time because of it. They came up with a much better shot.
Indiana by 20. Eggers Now Wilkerson from outside. Good on that three-pointer. No hesitation there at all.
Indiana's guards look for their shots, and when they're able to make the shots, they obviously make Indiana a much better team.
Long shot by Richardson off. Loving goes up quickly with it and fouls his own shot. Misses this time. Harris. Zinovich with the ball. Picks up his dribble.
Ron's got to go get the ball. Don't wait for it. When there's a guy there, you just got to run back and get the ball. Good job by Harris not making the bad pass.
Neil Reed for three. This time it's good. Looked like a little better jump that time. When he takes that set shot, he has trouble on the jumper. He's good for his 7th point.
Neil Reed has been shooting the ball extremely well. You know, he struggled a lot early in the preseason, but he's gotten his confidence back. Good headsy player and heads-up player, and he's just really starting to shoot the basketball the way he can.
Indiana now by 26. Wilkerson slaps that away.
Indiana just very alert all over the floor in this first 20 minutes of the game, or the first 18, I should say, with 2:13 left in the half. As you take a look at Charlie Miller, he seemed to walk with no problem. It just looked like he might have a bump on his shoulder, so something that they're taking a look at. But Indiana getting their hands on the ball, they're getting loose balls, going after rebounds. Just a very different team than we've seen the past couple times out.
Neil Reed did a nice job moving his feet there.
30 seconds on the shot clock.
Long shot outside. Sullivan did hit the rim. Indiana has the rebound though.
See, Robbie Eggers kept that one alive, and Sharon Wilkerson came up with the loose ball once again.
Good steal that time by Morales, and it's a fast break for Loving. All the way in. Good leaping ability there as Loving gets 2.
Harris Zinovich let his defense come around him right there. He had post position. It's a good pass inside. He's got to do a better job of holding his position right there.
Neil Reed left his feet there. That ball slapped away by Loving.
Indiana trying to get more penetration offensively, and because of it, they're getting more three-point opportunities and more layups inside when the defense is coming over to help.
Brian Evans posts up this time on the out-of-bounds play. Air ball as he kind of turned and shot at the same time. Here's a steal. Neil Reed comes up with it. 3-on-3. Richardson with the contact, and offensive foul as Neil Reed runs into Richardson. Turnover for Indiana.
That's a bad call right there. There's no way that Richardson had position. The only reason they're going to get that call is because of the score right now. He's moving. There's no doubt about it. He's moving. There's no way that he got position right there, and the official gave him the call right there. That's a good move by Neil Reed trying to get to the basket.
Here's Richardson right up the middle. Stuck in the lane. He gets it back out. Right at a minute left, first half. Layden a wild shot. Brian Evans had to use one hand on that rebound because Loving held his other hand.
Well, he's used to playing like that. He played an entire year one arm, the one-arm bandit, and he
did pretty well.
Yeah, he did pretty well, so he's gotten used to that.
Wilkerson over at the IU bench. Bob Knight looks down that bench for replacements. There aren't many. Patterson has 3 fouls. Charlie Miller, a slight injury. So that leaves Mandeville, Chris Rolls, and Kevin Lemmy as his choices here for the first half.
I saw that other senior manager's eyes kind of light up. It might be my turn next.
Well, but he's not 6'10".
Yeah, well,
you need to be 6'10" and be manager.
That's the problem.
And then your chances go up greatly.
Indiana talking a lot defensively, helping one another through screens. Just very, very alert here in the first 20 minutes of this basketball game. See, Evans gets his hand on the ball once again.
Loving, not known for his offense, he's more of a defensive player. He's really tried to do some scoring here.
Only a 1-second difference in the shot clock and the regular clock, so look for Indiana to dribble it around outside and take that last shot. With the score 44-18, you want to go in with no worse than the score being this, and hopefully maybe 46 or 47-18. Clock's down to 10. Look for Indiana to start making a move now.
Got it to the guard. Here's Reed. Baseline jumper good at 5 seconds. Long pass. And a three-point shot from half court is off. Indiana, great first half as they head for the locker room. 46-18, Indiana with the lead. We'll be back with our halftime after these messages.
For the Aces, neither team gets to the line very much. Rebounding Indiana a little bit of an edge, as everyone would expect. And in the turnovers, Indiana doing a nice job taking care of the ball, and Evansville turned it over 12 times. Or it's not been a very good evening for the Aces. You can see they're really trying to use Evans down on the block. Sullivan only at 5'11", much smaller. That's where Patterson, he gets Morales up in the air. He's got to go right around him on the bounce. He's got to go right to the basket. He gives a good shot fake, gets him up in the air, and he does nothing with it.
Evans looks inside. Now Patterson turns and takes the jumper. And that's Wilson on the board.
Indiana a little lazy on their cutting to start the second half.
Three-point shot by Sullivan from the outside. That's his first three.
This is the type of game when you come out and you don't want to look at the scoreboard. You want to go out there and at least for the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, you want to think the score is 0-0 as Evans comes down, sets himself up. Defender does not fight through the screen, and he gets a three-pointer. But you want to act like it's 0-0 and go out there and really play the first 10, 15 minutes just like you did in the first half.
17 now for Evans. Wilson outside, it's off. Indiana's block out and rebounding has dominated this game. Evans on a lob pass over the smaller Sullivan, and Wilkerson follows it right up. Players on the floor. In fact, Layden getting up slowly.
That's Sharon Wilkerson's second offensive rebound tonight. He's been very, very active on the board. Big, strong athlete inside.
Morales tries to move on Patterson. Double team. Oh, he got around two of Indiana's inside defenders. Good move by Morales. He's got 4 points. Indiana leads it by 30 now. Reed in the lane, picks up his dribble, throws it back over the line. Jackson beats Wilkerson, the layup, and a foul.
Evansville hadn't had much to cheer about tonight, but a good play right there by Jackson. Nice job of stealing the basketball. Bad pass by Neil Reed. Picks up his dribble, no place to go. He's got to throw it to Patterson out on his wing. You can see Wilkerson can't recover as he's trying to move forward. He's going to try to block this shot. Nice job by Jackson going up and under the basket. You can see Sharon slaps him. That's one, if you're going to foul him, make sure he doesn't make it.
He crossed over so he could use his strong left hand, and that put Wilkerson in a tough position. And he drew the foul.
You can see the Evansville bench really come up there. I'm sure Coach Cruz has talked about, let's go out and let's play this half. Let's not worry about the score. Let's see what we can do this half. Obviously a nightmare the first half as Mandeville goes up and blocks that one out of there by Layden.
Good block by Mandeville. As Indiana gave up the rebounding position on the free throw.
Andre Patterson's got to get stronger down there on the block. He can't let the defense continue to come around him and knock that ball away. Good, smart play by Neil Reed. Now that's what we're talking about, getting the guy up in the air, using the shot fake, and then doing something with it. You can see he gets the guy up in the air, and he leans in, the guy comes down on top of you. Before we saw Patterson get it, and he didn't do anything with it. Now watch Reed, puts it on the floor, nice shot fake, boom, jump into him. They're going to foul you every time. Talking about Andre Patterson, so many times he lets the defender get a hand around, just knocks that ball away. He's got to get bigger and stronger down there. He's got to grab a hold of that ball and not let the defender touch it.
Good look at Andre. Reed cans both of them. Back to 30-point lead. Layden on the outside, good help. Time Bagley takes it all the way in. Wilkerson has the rebound. Evans. The jump hook is off. Well, Indiana's getting the shots they want. Mandeville down on the floor as he tries to save it out of bounds to Evansville.
Evans a little antsy inside right there. He knows he has the smaller man on him, and every time he gets it in the post, he has an advantage, but he's he's not taking his time. He's kind of not turning and finding the basket, kind of throwing the ball up at the basket. Because of it, he's not been very successful inside.
Wilson on the drive that time. Little jump hook. It's 2 out and 3 in. Evans, Patterson, and Mandeville work on the inside. There's Patterson, moves on Layden.
Good move, though. It's good to see him make offensive moves when he gets the ball in the post.
Jackson on a long 3. Layden gets inside position.
Coach Cruz felt Layden got pushed right there going after the ball. They're running a lot of screens right there. Neil Reed's got to turn around and find that ball. He's the point guard. That's not the shot they want.
Took a 3 there on the fast break. Patterson, though, he knew was there for rebounding, and you see Patterson used his height there.
And you can see Coach Knight, even though they got the basket, he gets up a little disgusted. I think for 2 reasons. First, Neil Reed, as soon as he sees Patterson steals that ball, he's got to get the ball and let Patterson fill the lane instead of having Patterson try to bring the ball up. And then Coach Knight doesn't want you to stop and take that 3.
Offensive rebound as that shot comes away outside.
Got the 4th offensive rebound this half in the first 5 minutes for Evansville.
That's Begley at 6'8", not afraid at all to take that outside shot. Played his high school ball at Forest Park here in Indiana. That's his first 3.
Well, they scored 18 points in 20 minutes, and they've scored 12 in 6 minutes. So a much better half here for Evansville.
Evans open underneath. Begley switches out.
Indiana going to try to use the shot clock. That's Wilkerson's favorite spot right there. He likes to come off that screen right there on the free throw line, look for that jump shot.
It's like Evansville's a little more relaxed on offense. They're throwing long passes and seem to be a little more relaxed.
Their offense is running at a much better pace right now than it was in the first half. They were very, very quick in their offense and got a lot of hurried shots out of it.
Jackson for 3, and Wilkerson there with the board.
It's also a very, very difficult game and to play in the second half when you're up by 30, and that's something that Coach Knight probably would disagree, saying if you can concentrate, you ought to be able to run the offense no matter what the score. But I mean, it's kind of human nature to know what the score is up there on the scoreboard.
8 turnovers now for Indiana. Begley in awful far in that basket, but it does come out.
You can see Coach Knight on the sidelines wanting them to run an offense, get some screens. As we mentioned, they really worked on their screening this week in practice. And to start the game, it was very, very sharp.
Reed tries to create off the drive.
Evansville doing a much better job this half guarding Indiana in the half court.
Wilkerson got open right under the basket.
Shot clock down to 5.
Oh, and Reed answers with a big 3.
Great awareness by Brian Evans. He could have went in there and took the shot. Instead, he saw the defense come over to double team, threw it back out. Neil Reed set himself, knocked down the 3-pointer.
14 now for Neil Reed. Layden loses it out of bounds. And that's timeout. Let's take a break as Indiana leads it by 30. We'll be back after these messages.
Inside team, you can see Patterson using his height right here. Goes up strong right here. He misses it. He's going to get the rebound again, puts it back up. So Evansville inside defense not getting the job done against the bigger Indiana.
Indiana with 11 more rebounds. There's a whistle away from the ball. A hold as Evans tried to come on a pick. Chris Quinn picks that foul up.
When you're setting good solid screens, you're going to get teams holding and fouling. And right there you can see Indiana doing a nice job. Good drive by Harris. He's got to make a better pass. Bounce pass gets Evans an open shot.
Wilson goes down. Wilkerson's without defense, but Indiana can't get the ball to him. Here's
Great
Harris
pass.
inside, tips. And he's going to draw a foul on that first shot.
Great pass by Evans, drawing the defense to him, dropping it off to Harris. Good hands by Harris. Sometimes his feet aren't in the best position. You can see right here, Evans, nice drop off right here. Great hands by Harris to pick that ball up, and you can see he gets hacked right there. You'd like to see him, as strong as he is, get that ball in the basket.
Sparks draws that foul.
His free throw shooting in the second half of the Kansas game got much better as he was leaning more towards the basket. Let's see if tonight, if it gets...
It really breaks that wrist off. It gives that ball a lot of spin, but a lot of times it doesn't get to the rim. That one fell a little bit short.
Well, the ball, he gets the ball in the palm of his hand. Rather than getting it on the pads of your fingertips and the pads on your hand, he gets the ball, he lets the ball sit down in his palm, and because of it, it's very, very difficult, and he spins it when he shoots it. You can see the shooting in Indiana at 52%, Evansville at 24%.
Evansville's only allowed one team in the last 32 games to shoot 50%, but Indiana's getting it done now. Here's a whistle.
Sure that Sparks is getting beat up inside, banging on Vujacic inside as they call a foul on Harris right there.
We've got timeout. Score remains at 60-30, and we'll be back after these messages from your local station.
Most important, I think you've got to take that type of attitude out on the floor each and every night, especially when you go on the road.
Evansville 4 of 15 from three-point land, so Indiana's defended that well. Here's number 33, Chris Hollander, in the game for the first time. Guarded by Evans. Sparks inside over the smaller Harris. Takes a couple dribbles. And over Patterson, can't get it. Very tough offensively for the Aces.
Got to get the ball to Patterson right here. He can move on Hollander.
Baseline jumper is a little strong.
You can see he really doesn't spin with a lot of confidence, like he's going to go up and knock that shot down, and I think that's something he's got to do. That's a goaltend right there that wasn't called. It's something he's got to get away from. When he's that far under the basket, there's no way that he's going to get block shots and get away with it.
There's only two officials, as a third official was injured in the first half, so.
Great pass by Patterson right there.
Tougher to see those goaltending calls. Here's a whistle.
See, great pass by Andre Patterson. Wilkerson, the recipient, not able to get his hands on it. He finally got him on it. Not able to get the ball in, but you can see right here, when you're this far under the basket, that has got to be a goaltend. That ball is coming down, and they are going to call you for goaltending. I would say about 99% of the time. I guess in Evansville, Indiana, on about December 20th would be about the only time they're not.
Wilkerson good on that free throw. He's got 7 now. But he got hit in practice there, just under that left eye.
See, he came in after Charlie Miller went out. He's done a nice job rebounding. He's got about 5 or 6 rebounds, and now he's up to 8 points. So putting some points on the board for Indiana also.
32-point lead. Good move by Sparks as he draws the foul from Patterson. That's his 4th.
You can see Patterson a little lazy right here defensively. Patterson not guarding Sparks, but he gets around Vujacic. And watch Andre just kind of slide over. I mean, you got to take one big step and you got to get over there and cut him off. I mean, he's a 6'11", 7-foot guy. Andre kind of slides over there real easy. In the Big Ten, you do that and you're going to have somebody dunking on you. Andre's got to make a harder move over there to that baseline I mean, that's all what Indiana's defense is about, is helping one another out and cutting people off, getting them in positions they don't want to be in. And you can't let them slide in and then end up shooting 2 free throws.
His move was more toward the basket instead of right toward the baseline at 90 degrees to try to cut it off. And Harris, anticipating that free throw, stepped over the line. So Sparks will get another one. Let's watch Harris, a little ballet there, lower right. He's leaning, and over.
Yeah. I think he was definitely in there. But Harris, if you're going to do it when the score is 62-31 in your advantage.
Reed on the 3, it's off. And let's see, Evansville slapped that one away. Coach Knight looks over to Reed and telling him that was a good shot.
You know, Reed's hit some big threes the last couple games for Indiana, kept them in the game at Kansas, and tonight really helped Indiana pull away from a good Evansville team. Indiana's offense very, very low right now.
Evans, pass to Harris is not able to be handled.
Harris usually very sure-handed, but had trouble coming up with that one right there.
9 turnovers. Indiana did a nice job. Only 6 in the first half, but 3 here, second half. Hollander stripped away by Evans. Indiana up quickly. Here's Reed, shot fake. Evansville covered up well on the inside. Harris.
Got to give it to him down.
Posting up.
Good job, though. When you don't get it, don't keep standing there. Go away, Evans.
A rare miss on the wide open baseline shot by Evans. But good execution on that offense to get Indiana the shot they wanted.
See if Evans comes up the middle. No, this time he's going to come off the screen.
So Indiana's got a couple different options off that out-of-bounds play with Evans. He nearly lost it behind his back.
Oh, good cut by Wilkerson right there. Wonderful cut right there. He really took the defense down inside. Coach will really like to see that on the film because he really made a good hard cut. Came shoulder to shoulder off that screen and really made a nice play right there.
It's 10 points now and 7 rebounds for Wilkerson. And he really hasn't played that many minutes. Late in the first half and most of the second half here.
I think that the one thing you're seeing a different Indiana team is that everybody is looking to score. Everybody's a weapon out there. We don't have 2 or 3 guys that are passers or guys that are just out there to move the ball from corner to corner. We've got everybody looking to shoot, and because of it, makes Indiana very difficult to defend.
Sparks reached out from behind the backboard to get that shot away. Evans, it's Harris inside with good position. He can't get it. And it comes back strong, though, right between 2 defenders.
What can you say? The guy just really fights inside.
That's his game, and he's using it well. 33-point lead by Indiana. Trap. And Indiana's called for a foul there as the Big Z and Evans had a trap. Chris Rolls checks in for the first time. Wilkerson comes out. There's a good look at Rolls. 6'1" sophomore.
His last outing, he came in, had a tough couple minutes. He came in against Kansas, turned the ball over a couple times, turned into, I think, 1 2-point basket and then a 3-point basket. So he's obviously looking to come in and redeem himself tonight.
Wing is open, but
got to give it up, Harris. Give it up. Point guard, you are not.
He does.
Can you imagine him as a point guard?
Patterson, what control that time.
When he gets the ball and he looks to do something with it right away, good things happen. When he gets it and he waits and waits for people to come double team him, that's exactly what happens.
8 now for Patterson. Quinn again tries the inside, leaves his feet. And this time Evansville crashes the boards.
We're going to have a lot of offensive rebounds this second half.
Wilson for 3.
Another one.
And Morales tipped it, but Rolls comes away with it.
Good job by Chris Rawls coming down in there. One of those loose balls.
35-point lead by Indiana. Evans falls away.
Harris mistimed the jump because of it. He didn't get the rebound. I think he got an elbow in the gut right there also.
Bagley again a 3-pointer. And timeout. Indiana's increased its lead now. They're up by 35 points. And we'll be back with more after these messages. 35-point lead for Indiana. But in the last 7.5 minutes, it's been 8-3. Indiana's outscored Evansville, so the defense is finally stuck in there here. Andre's
got to step out and help Chris Rawls right there. He had no chance. Good screen. by Evansville.
Shot they wanted, it wouldn't go. Patterson, tough pass there on that angle. Patterson open going to the basket.
Andre's got to slow down on that cut. If he feels like he's got the defense behind him, you can't just keep running through at the same pace. You got to slow down and keep him there, and keep that passing angle for Evans. Instead, he continues at the same pace and he takes the passing angle away.
Robbie Eggers in now for Harris. Zinovich. Rolls takes that shot from the outside. It's knocked out of bounds by Evansville. Morales couldn't hold on to it.
Coach Knight encouraging Chris Rawls to shoot that three-pointer. Came up just a little bit short.
Reed on the out-of-bounds play.
Needs to get a shot fake right there, Sullivan. Nice defensive job, comes flying at him. A little shot fake right there. He flies right by you and you get an open shot. Good defense by Indiana, collapsing back.
Guys have known when to come off their man to help and then still get back to cover up before the shot's taken. Here's Bagley, baseline.
That's how you like to see Andre Patterson go up and rip a rebound off that glass. Big, strong.
Here it is, that ball popped in his hands.
We used to pop them like that. The only problem was we were only about 3 or 4 inches off the ground.
Rolls, loses control, but Reed comes away with it.
Good heads-up play by Neal.
Evans loves that cut across the middle. Rolls going baseline, avoids getting in trouble. Patterson off.
Good hustle by Robbie Eggers. Good block out by Sullivan. He's found it going very, very tough trying to come up with shots tonight.
There's Lindemann. He'll be out for an undisclosed amount of time with a stress fracture on his right foot. There you see him cast. And Larry Richardson, of course, the redshirt freshman. He does practice with the team and attends the games.
Richard Mandeville set to come in the game. Not broke the scoring column after scoring 13 points and having 7 rebounds against a very, very good, big and powerful Kansas team. Kansas City last Saturday. Evansville working the ball around here. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
It just takes them a long time to get the shot they want.
Good hands by Evans.
Evans knocked that one away. There's your shot clock. Bagley from the corner.
Chris, you gotta know where the people are. It's always disappointing to watch the guard. He just runs by the one defender. He gets the ball. He's got to know that that defender is still there. The guy's not going to just stop and let you continue on. And as guards, you know, Coach used to always tell. I remember he'd even tell him, Isaiah Thomas, you turn and look first to see what's there. Then you go. You don't go first, because if you go first, you end up running over people or throwing the ball away.
Patterson backs it out. Rolls outside for 3. Chases down his board. Long dry spell. Oh! A long scoring dry spell till Andre Patterson puts that back in. Morales at the other end.
Forgot to get back on defense right there, but Andre Patterson if he just continues to go to the board, if he continues to get up and down the floor, those type of things will happen for him all the time with his athletic ability.
Indiana misses. Sullivan comes down quickly. Bagley over the top. And that stops play. Harris, Zinovich checks in for Patterson. So Indiana shut down the three-point shooting of Evansville. There's Patterson leading with 10 points and 10 rebounds.
You see Coach talking to Andre, telling him some of the real positive things he brought to the floor tonight. I think Coach will be very, very happy at the attitude more than anything that this team brought into this arena, because there are games that you go to play but you just have to really take an attitude with you, and that's the type of attitude that Indiana needs to take on the road.
Shot fake, but a travel. 10 turnovers now for Indiana, so their best game of the year as far as turnovers are concerned.
I think it's the best game of the year by far. The first 20 minutes was by far their best 20 minutes of the year.
Indiana's doubled it again. It's 70-35, and we'll be back after these messages from your local station. Here at Roberts Stadium, it's Indiana big time, and other scores from around the country. It's Iowa big time over Western Illinois. Georgetown was a big winner, and Duke won big as well. 3 cupcakes there. And Notre Dame, boy, they struggled against UCLA.
Notre Dame had a very difficult time against a very, very athletic team in UCLA. Notre Dame doesn't have that type of athletes.
Morales, that's a good matchup there. 2 bangers, Morales and Mujezinovic. Morales with a good move
Morales,
that time.
much quicker, has excellent foot movement inside, does a nice job of spinning with the basketball. See Wilkerson back in the game. Robbie Eggers also in the game.
Vanderbilt rolls, and the big Z round out the lineup for Indiana.
Mujezinovic comes out on the wing looking for the ball. Wilkerson just kind of looks at him.
Vanderbilt outside. He was hitting that shot against Kansas. 4-on-2.
It's a shot that he has to continue to look for.
There's Morales again. Evansville passing up some shots. Sullivan drives the lane and knocked down by Vanderbilt.
Richards he's got to come over and take that position away from him. He gives him a little bit of room right there. And right here, he's got to take one big step. Don't go up. You need to go over. You got to go over, take that position away from him. He runs into you, and it's a charge. We get the ball, and he go the other way.
Wilkerson comes out after playing a great game off the bench. And Kevin Lemmy, the 5'10" senior, in the lineup now for Indiana. Sullivan on a 3-pointer. That one's good. Good form and jump on that shot by Sullivan.
Give him just a little time. He's an excellent shooter.
Rolls takes it all the way in, and that's going to count as he got fouled going to the basket.
Coach Knight going to give him some positive reinforcement there, and he's just telling him all he did was just beat the defense down the floor. He's quick, he's athletic, and he needs to take advantage of those opportunities as he did right there. The defense didn't get back, didn't find the ball, and because of it, he gets a chance at a 3-point play.
Chance for him to use his quickness. He caps off that 3-point play. .2:15 left as Evansville got down early and never really got back into this game. Lemmy nearly slapped it away.
I see that time Harris did a nice job of sliding over and cutting the baseline off. And Evansville has to throw the ball back out.
Bagley on a jumper. And Morales gets the easy tip as Eggers got out of position.
Indiana getting caught way underneath the basket, and Evansville continues to pound that offensive board. That's probably their 10th or 12th offensive rebound this half. They continue to do a nice job.
Body saved it.
Pound the floor.
Right in front of our position here courtside. Those are the ones that hurt in the morning. No matter how much ice you put on it. 3-point shot again, this time by Wilson. So Wilson hasn't got a lot of playing time, just 2.5 points a game. But it's coming offensively. Let's see if Kevin Lemmy gets a shot.
Sullivan's eyes lit up when he saw Lemmy come in the game. He said, there's one my size.
Eggers outside for 3 is off. And Wilson goes long to Bagley. Under a minute now. Bagley again, this time a 3-pointer is good. Man's got a nice shot from the outside at 6'8", so Evansville will try to regroup before they start. In fact, already have beaten Wichita State, the Missouri Valley Conference schedule, so they
also played Michigan State at Michigan State to within 4 points. Good save by Kevin Lemmy right there as the ball almost got away from him, down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. But they played Michigan State. They were ahead of Michigan State by 1 with 3 minutes to go.
Robbie Eggers, same shot again from the outside, and he gets that one, and that's the Union's 76th point of the game.
So I think this is an Evansville team that's going to win some games this year. I think Indiana played exceptionally well, especially in the first 20 minutes here tonight.
5 seconds left, and on that drive to the hoop, Harris Mujezinovic commits the foul. Ron Felling and Coach Knight on the Indiana bench discussing the outcome of this game and starting to prepare already for the DePaul Blue Demons, who come to Assembly Hall on Saturday. Wilson at the line. Wilson taps it. Missed both free throws. Tapped it out. Look at Jim Cruz. Still a long schedule ahead of him. Looking forward to the Missouri Valley. They've gone to the postseason 5 of the last 10 years, and that's their goal again this year. Last shot of the game from deep in the corner is off, and that'll do it as Indiana comes out quite impressively as the two coaches meet at midcourt. Bob Knight and Jim Cruz. First time that coach has mentioned that his team played well. They sure did. And Ted, I don't think there was any one particular part of the game. It was everything. Indiana came out right from the start and did everything to what they should have.
Well, I'll mention it again. I just thought the attitude they brought with them to the gym tonight was a lot different than I've seen in other games. It was a game they had a very determined look when they came out on the floor. There was a lot of enthusiasm when they were playing extremely well early. There was a lot of enthusiasm, especially from some of the older guys, Brian Evans. And I think those are the type of things that this Indiana team needs, because they've got the talent to win a lot of games, and I think they've got the talent to win a Big Ten championship.
There you see the teams greeting each other as they head toward the tunnel. Only chance to do that after the game. There's the final, 76-48. Remind you, our next televised game will be this.
Smith has started 2 games for Michigan State. He started the Arkansas game, and he